Founded more than 65 years ago, the Jerusalem Church in Comacayo is a flourishing and powerful church community impacting the entire region of Santa Ana through its commitment to showing the love of God to its neighbors. Because of his humble leadership and perseverance through adversity, Pastor Rafael Gonzalez has become a living inspiration for countless lives in El Salvador.
I was 13 years old when my mother passed away, and I remember her as a devoted Christian. On multiple occasions, I remember waking up and hearing my mother's prayers that I will become a pastor. My mother died, and my father left us shortly after. My mother's brother left for the United States to look for work and was left to take care of my three little sisters. It was during this time that I felt definitely called to the ministry.
At the age of 16, with little education and no financial resources, Pastor Rafael founded his first church that grew to more than 40 members in a makeshift structure of palm leaves and bamboo on the beaches of La Bocana, El Zapote. After 5 years of ministry, he was presented with the opportunity to pursue his education while pastoring a church on the Guatemalan border.
After graduating from the Biblical Institute, my wife became very ill and we were offered a position near Santa Ana. So we came here during a time of crisis for our family, but found that the church here was also going through a crisis of its own. The church had recently split and it was a tense situation. Meanwhile, I was 23 years old and my family arrived with 3 bottle-fed children and my wife, who was bedridden, passed away shortly after. It was in need of restoration. I felt destroyed in every way.
Through a series of miraculous events, Rafael remarried a few years later. Although the church only had 30 members, the new couple had a heart for their community and made the decision to invest all they had in the growth of their church and its service to the community. Over time, their passion for service impacted leaders in the church, and they began a non-traditional growth strategy which incorporated service projects, church planting, and cell groups. In 5 years, the church grew to more than 1,000 members. Incredibly, the church was able to use their own funds to purchase land, design, and build a new church building that seats more than 1,000 people while opening up countless relationships with their neighbors through community service initiatives.
About 5 years ago, we started talking about improving the infrastructure of our community by building bridges and sidewalks in a few critical areas. We had the desire to make a greater impact in our community, but we didn't know how. When we began to work with ENLACE, it was God's answer to many of the difficulties we faced.
The Jerusalem Church has set a goal to impact the lives of more than 17,000 people by identifying and implementing initiatives hand in hand with its community. For most churches, the goal of impacting an entire region of the country might seem unreachable. However, Pastor Rafael is no stranger to overcoming adversity and has surrounded himself with the leadership and relationships necessary to complete their commitment. ENLACE is devoted to accompany the Jerusalem Church with their efforts, and we need your help to partner with Pastor Rafael and dozens of other churches that desire to change lives in El Salvador.